In this example video, we will go over review exercise 5.4, where we're going to calculate the amounts that we'll be reporting on our income statement for total selling expenses and for total general and administrative expenses. Companies typically list these as one line item, and then in their supplemental data known as the notes of the financial statements, they list out the details that are included in coming up with the totals for both the selling expenses and general and administrative expenses. So when we're thinking about selling expenses, we're talking about expenses that directly relate to the sale of a product or service. So things like the people that work in our stores, their salaries. If we need store supplies in our store, if we advertise, if we pay for shipping, all of these types of things would be considered selling expenses. Depreciation expense on any store equipment. So if you're thinking about a retail store, that would be depreciation on our cash registers and on our display equipment. General and administrative expenses is everything else. So mainly the things that are dealing with the office. So think about your corporate office. So paying your accountants and your human resources and your CEO and your CFO. Any office supplies that associate with that. Any depreciation on office equipment. So the computers that your accountants use. The office furniture that are in the offices and cubicles. All of those things would be considered general and administrative expenses. So they give us some information for our corporation here. And so they tell us that we had our delivery expense of $2,300. We had advertising of $5,500, sales salaries of $13,750, and sales supplies of $1,250. So all of these items are considered selling expenses. They directly relate to us trying to sell our product or service. So on our multi-step income statement, for example, we list our total selling expenses for this company at $22,800 versus our general and administrative expenses. Office salaries expense of $12,750, again for your human resources people, accountants, finance, CEOs, CFOs would all be included in a general and administrative item. Your insurance that we have, so if we have any type of prepaid insurance that we have that is expired over the period, that would be included in here. And then our office supplies of $900, and we'd total those to get the total general administrative expenses for the period at $16,650 for this business at the end of their current year.